Good morning, folks. It's 4:44. That's funny. Tuesday, September 13th, 2013. I'm talking kind of soft. I've got Herky sleeping still. 4:45 a.m. Excuse me. Use a cough muffler. Herky's so tired. I want him to have as much rest and peace as he can. I had to get up earlier today to get some stuff done. I want to get this information to you. It's important for those who want to wake up. For anyone else, they don't need to watch. And usually they don't. Simple truth, isn't it? Excuse me, I'm clogged up. I've got a chance to talk with someone I've had a lot of lives with, and that's what we're going to talk about. Past lives and where they come from. It's a gentleman that's well known. Going to speak with him and his office manager, a close confidant. Everyone doing this stuff, folks, we can't do it alone. It takes teamwork. Compassionate people helping. That's not just when you're busy talking with other people, trying to help everyone out every way you can, but it has to do with all of us awakening together, awakening within ourselves and together. That's funny. I could leave these lights on all day long and they won't blink. Things are calm again on the other side. They were calm yesterday morning, really calm, and then all of a sudden they got stupid and now they're calm again. Anyway, so I've got 2 appointments today, and excuse me, I got to get a bunch of more spheres made. I got to make a bunch more DVDs. I want to get one out to, I've got stuff going out to, I call them the Alaskan Trio. I sent them a real nice package, and it got lost in the mail. They're out in Alaska. Excuse me, of course, but I want to try to get that and Shayna and Don's stuff together, and I'm making good progress. The other side finally quit trying to, keep me from getting stuff out. It's nice. Anyway, I know there's folks out there that and I hope I don't wake Herky up. I know there's folks out there that will like my talks to be more to the point, bare material, than get it out, get it over with, and let them get on the way. I understand they plan their days rather accurately and stuff, but my mind doesn't think like that. You all know that. I jump around a lot. Sometimes I leave things hanging. Sometimes I don't mean to personally, as an individual, as a human body, with stuff stuck in it, but don't forget role control. That includes me. I have myself outside of my body. That, like when I go to when I go to remove something, if I shouldn't, I have to fight it hard, and I usually don't, because I realize that part of myself is smarter than it's more aware of what's going on outside. It can access more of its intelligence. Darn it. Excuse me. Anyway, you're going to start seeing more of your past lives, other people's past lives. It's all over the place. What do I mean by that? Just simply everyone's past lives when I'm looking at them. I see all kinds of stuff. I was down at the Red Lobster yesterday. I enjoy going there. When I can. I don't really go out much anymore. I'll grab something, go to a place I know, and I'll grab enough food for about 3 days. And come back to the house. But went down to Red Lobster. Carly was down there. Carly and Danny's really cool too. When they get together, it's a whole lot of fun. It really is. Folks, I don't have any more fun in me. Okay, I can laugh. I can come alive. When I do consults, that's done on purpose. My energy is stronger than it's ever been, but my body is falling away. It's supposed to. So when you keep putting that extra energy in a solid but tired body that's dying, it's kind of funny. I'll perk up a little bit, and then I'll finish consult, and woof, hit floor level. Anyway, that's enough talking about me. Sorry, that's just me wanting to have a little time with you. I realize you can't talk back. I wish you could. Then enable comments on your videos. No, my videos have no comments because I want to give you information. Darn it. That's not being done to me either. That's just me. It's just the body. Anyway, when you open up a book, and if you want to learn something, go to the library, go to the internet, get some information. You don't want to be counted with all the little disgruntled little children who have no manners or anything else, and they're just wanting to make something about themselves. You want someone to approach it with an open mind. That's what I do. And they don't like it. It takes away their avenue to act out like little children. Fine. I don't care. I don't care what they like and don't like. I care about their rights. I care about nothing harming them, but I don't care about anything else related to that. Anyway, darn it, this past life stuff. That's something that a lot of us are aware of. A lot of us talk about. A lot of us are trying to learn more about. And folks, please remember this. I didn't just wake up and have all this. I had to grow into it too. Everyone does. Okay? You're in a human body. You have no idea how these physical bodies, not just the one from the Earth, the ones from this planet, but from all the others, they have things put in them, blocks and everything else that are made to keep your energy inside your body. The original first being, male and female, had to build the bodies that way to abuse the heck out of you. Cute little moth. That's funny. This little, she won't show herself. This little fairy talking to me right now. She's really neat. Anyway, they want to keep you locked into the bodies. And you have to have enough joy so you don't just start committing suicide at the age of 10. it's just, it takes time. It is becoming a little easier to be able to see. A lot of people say that the veil is, thinning. When they say veil, if they're when they say veil, they're in their minds they're actually talking about most all the time, over 92% of the time, whatever. Here goes those stupid percentages again. They're talking about the dimensional barriers, folks. They don't change. Okay, they can be changed. The barrier between the third and fourth levels in Fey have been removed. Okay, the dimensions, levels, dimensions. That one has been removed. The barrier between the fifth and sixth level in Fey has been removed. So there's been some excitement, some issues down there that have had needed attention. But things are calming down. So this past life issue, where do past lives come from? There's 3 different places that past life issues come from. Past life memories come from 2 different places, all within you. Okay? All the lives that you've had. Some religious folks feel that you're a soul. You're put in a body. You have a life, and then that's it. Well, with all the new people being born all the time and all these planets, where the hell is all this extra spirit coming from? Is there a magical energy supply that Almighty God or Yewa or Allah, they just keep magically making more out of nothing? When you can convince people that magic is real, folks, if you can convince them of that, you can convince them of anything and they'll follow you. It's sad. It's been done to us on purpose since the beginning, many of us. I've always stated, and I will continue to do so, some of the most wonderful people you'll ever find are embedded within the religions. They're peaceful, they're loving, they want to have a good life. Now you have controlling, domineering, abusive people there too, but the majority are peaceful, loving people. They're just finding a way to express feelings that they have inside themselves. Anyway, the original first being, male and female, they were using angels, the first angels, to control you and whip you around and make you do all kinds of stuff. Well, they're gone now. The ones that are left are really cool. There's very few problematic original first angels left. And the ones that have stayed and are helping, not helping, they're helping by not, attacking and trying to maintain the old way of abuse. They've been literally gifted with some very strong source energy. It's I think I want to call him gentleman Tim Pownell Jones. His email, something about 100 angels. I don't have it on me. I have no memory. I can go back and see things, but to go back and pick out little bits of information, I can't do that too well. Never have been able to. But Timothy Pownell, Pownell Jones, Pownell/Jones, and he's got a lot of the original first angels working with him. But anyway, by the way, Tim, I promised you something a long time ago. I'm going to send it to you here soon. I've got you on my list. Those 2 CDs I was talking about. And of course, it just might be something else in there. Anyway, I'm so late with everything. I try to make up with it by putting more than what I said I would in there. So anyway, the original first angels, were doing that too. They were making sure that you were doing what you were supposed to be made to be doing. But when your actual spirit inside, when you have so many lives back to back to back, and you don't have enough time to relax, it builds up inside you. It's a little similar to if you work a 16-hour day, and then you go home, you rush home, shower, sleep, eat, go to work again, and you do a few 16-hour days back to back. Folks, you're tired. You get antsy and everything. Stress builds up inside you. Well, when you're having a life in a body being stressed to hell, the only hell that exists is what you're in right now, a physical body on a physical planet where there's in a creation that's abusive as hell. So you have to have time to get away. It builds up. It's also used to manipulate your life, usually to work against you, to frustrate you. That's the way it's been. Folks, all that's changing. Big time. Okay? Example. Nothing on the other side ever wanted me to say what I've been saying with my life here. I was supposed to follow Sylvia Brown, talk about the great Mother, Father, God. 2008, I started waking up pretty good. 2009, I was getting stronger. 2010, my vision, ability to see was incredible. And 2010, the hard fighting started. That was between myself and the original first being, male and female, what everyone was calling God. Anyway, the DNA in my body was manipulated, so I would have low blood sugar, which means that after once it becomes a factor, once that DNA is manipulated, it gets to a certain age, and it comes alive more. When you have low blood sugar, it's like you have to keep eating. My last life was Gandhi. I died January 30th, 1948. July 27th, 1955 is when this body was born. That's 8 years. Folks, whatever amount of time you're in a body having a life, you usually need close to twice, like 1.5 times, sometimes close to 2 times the amount of time for that planet, the amount of years out of body, relaxing, getting rid of all the frustrations and anxiety and everything that you went through. If you don't, and you keep recycling after only a few years, that builds up. It builds up, drives you nuts. Excuse me. I really enjoy talking about Dr. Brian L. Weiss, an awesome individual. He's a very strong soul. I remember him in Egypt. He was the Pharaoh's main man for science and astrology and stuff. And he was like Captain Wisdom, and in my opinion he still is. But I would go running through the temple, not the temple, the palace, and I go running through there, just a little kid, and he'd always look down at me, and I was a little guy, a little young kid. He looked down at me and kind of shake his head, but I always wanted to know more. I would always ask him questions, but intelligent questions, and so he really liked the fact that he had someone to help, give knowledge to. His energy, who he is inside, is awesome. He's got a ton of compassion, mostly solar plexus. But anyway, he talks about this Asian woman, I believe Chinese, that came into his office one time because she heard that he was such a good psychiatrist. He was going to be the head take up the head of psychiatry for, I don't know, Columbia University or something. I don't know, but he was well known in his field, is what I'm trying to put out there. Very well known. But he had more to it than that. He had very powerful gut intuition. Okay, he was solar plexus based, and he knew things, but he didn't really believe any of the metaphysical stuff. He hadn't become aware of it yet. And then this lady came over from China. She heard about him, and she brought her interpreter. She could not speak a word of English, and then she had a problem with her arm, and her arm was just messed up. You know, she had a hard time using it, and real hard time. A lot of pain. So excuse me. So Dr. Wise would ask, would ask a question. The interpreter would interpret, and then she'd answer back. It went back and forth, and then Brian took her a little bit deeper and said, "Okay, let's go back to when you first hurt your hand, hurt your arm." And then when you start feeling it first, and she started talking about when she was young, and then after that, he said, "Let's go back to when it happened." And he took her a little, he took a little deeper, and then let's go back to when it happened. And she held back a little bit, and all of a sudden, she starts talking perfect English. And the translator guy, he just kind of freaks out, and then he looks at Dr. Weiss, and he starts talking back in Chinese, and Dr. Weiss goes, "No, no, no." I said, "I got this, it's English." And then he realized, there's no way, she's never spoken a word of English. It was from a past life, her previous life, and she was in San Francisco. Damn it, stop that. She was in San Francisco with earthquakes, stuff like that, big thing, building falling, and it broke her arm, pretty much just about killed her. It didn't, but just about killed her. The rest of her life was short and in a lot of pain. But anyway, so then he realized, okay, this is true, something's going on. And it was. And then other things start happening, and then he started realizing, wow. And he's got a way of meditation. That's what I put out a long time ago when I first started talking about meditation. I don't like that word, but whatever. It's flowing within yourself, but then hyperconcentrating your pineal gland. I'll see if I can't get out some videos and stuff on that. Anyway, I need to do that. That and different stones that really help you when you want to relax and break loose. And, anyway, those emanation spheres that I make, they help you calm down and relax. Then they help you flow out of your body. Lily's telling me to hurry up, and I need to have soup this morning. Wait till you start talking with everyone on the other side, especially when you have someone close hanging around. All of you have your spirit guides. They don't shut up. Lily and I have a strong love for each other, so it's, it's different. I'm teasing her, she knows it. I love everyone and everything. But with her, it's just, wow. It's incredible. Anyway, so this Dr. Brian Weiss, who never believed in any of this metaphysical stuff, all of a sudden said, something's going on. Something's definitely going on. I mean, I couldn't be slapped in the face with better proof than this. And then more things started happening, and then next thing you know, bada boom, bada bang. In my opinion, he's the best one on this planet to teach someone how to relax and go inside themselves, but everyone relates to different things. And see, the abilities inside yourself, it's all about flowing flowing within yourself. Hey, Bijou, this look familiar, sweetie? I love all my coffee mugs and stuff you all have sent me. Thank you. I appreciate it. My cabinets are full now. And I'm trying to do everything I can for all of you. Creation has been hurt so bad. You've been through so much crap you can't hardly remember it, and don't use that as a reason not to go into past lives. It helps you. When that lady went through the past life and saw the pain and felt it and everything, when she finally did go through that, the pain was almost all gone. That is important. Relieving stress, abuse, pain. That's important to everyone that has a heart. Those who don't have much heart energy won't be coming back too much at all, or if at all. Anyway, so that's one way that you feel past lives. Those are the ones these are the past lives that most directly hit you. Oh, but and how they can be used against you. I said a long time ago in one of my videos that I was going to start changing physically, and it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. And I already knew this was going to happen. It's my weight gain. Okay, there's a lot of bodies here that have Lily inside, and I have a very, very powerful love for, you know, my family, actually for everyone and everything, but for Lily, you know, my family, especially actual parts of Lily. That's strong. Having me overweight actually helps with my dying. I have the low blood sugar thing has been kicked up where I have to eat something, and then you have the issue that I have left over from a past life. This is why I'm bringing the whole stupid thing up, really. This past life issue that I had as Gandhi, I had two, you know, big fast. I used to fast, no problem, but twice I quit eating to get people to quit fighting. The first time hurt me a little bit. The second time pretty much killed me. Not there in the spot, but it took out 2/3 of my organs were in like total failure. When I got shot 4 times, not 3. There's one part of Gandhi really wants you to know that. It's like, whatever. That's the part of the human, the planetary spirit that's left inside me from when that happened. They attach to the body. They're planetary essence. So they want to attach to the body, and they can actually change your body's DNA and some of your features. Okay? Anyway, so starving like that, and then the low blood sugar is easier to help me out there. And then this love I have for the lilies, I have to not be attached to any of them before I go. So when that slows me down, keeps me going slower. It's all kind of supposedly well thought out process to get me out of here. It's not necessary, but that, you know, as far as they're looking at it, it's the right way to do it. The original first being male and female set it up that way, so I'd be easier to control when it came to this point. I'm not trying to spend the whole day talking about myself. I'm trying to explain something that's very serious, the way that one of the means of controlling you that was in effect. It's not anymore, but there is soft stuff that'll be happening in the future, but nothing like what's going on. Excuse me. First of all, there's other ways now to actually go into you and feel and understand your basic thoughts. Okay, so you can be helped to go in the right direction without being beat up and pushed. Okay, you can go like this and offer someone a direction and say you really should go this way. Okay, than someone standing there with a whip or a 2x4 and beating you. There's a big difference, and you'll find out, but more importantly, your children will never go through it. So anyway, there's a lot of things about you, folks, that you might think are your fault or something you're doing wrong. No. Don't stop trying to improve yourself, to better yourself. But most importantly, just try to be yourself. And the more you are yourself, the more you'll understand that it's not just who you are, but what's going on around you, what's been done to you. And that's no reason to cry or be mad at someone else. You see it, you understand it, you deal with it. Next. Okay? It's moving forward, progression. Now, the next most powerful influence that past lives, a way that past lives can hit you, the next category. For years, folks have talked about the kundalini. I know it goes back to Sanskrit, but you can go to different planets, and it's all in their histories. Just talking about, like the kundalini here, we talk about the two snakes in the body. Okay, those are the two spirits within your core. Hey there, Herky, I love you, buddy. When he first hears me and starts to move, he'll shake his collar. Herky Daddy video. Herky Daddy video. He can hear me, but he can't really tell what room I'm in because we're still buried in the bedroom. But when I'm coming in here, I just say Herky Daddy video. He comes, he knows where I'm at, and usually he comes upstairs, follows me. Anyway, so that other energy, that other spirit, sentient energy that's in the body, that second snake of the kundalini, it's not as big as the one that's actually you in there. This is energy, this is spirit, sentient energy that originally came from Gaia. When the Adamics were getting ready to come here, Gaia was made to release small pieces of herself, a lot of them, and separate them. This is planetary essence. Okay, remember, she's female. She's got a little male in her, just like when I know, I love you, Herky. Come on in, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Herc, come here. Come here, buddy. Good boy. Come on, Herc. Good boy. Come on. There you go. Yay. I got a bed sheet up hanging over the door so the light doesn't go out into the other room. Good boy. You want to come down here? Come on, Herc. Come on, buddy. Come on, Herc. Come on. You want it right there? Good boy, honey. Anyway, so that smaller snake, the smaller part of the, your core energy is spirit from the planet. She released all these small pieces of herself to go into bodies. Folks, you don't need that in there. You don't need that spirit inside you. It's confusing. It's like having someone with you all the time you can't get away from, that you're not always going to agree with. Some people have things better than others when it comes to their planetary spirit that's put in their body, and it goes in there before you do. So that's why we'll go into single spirit core bodies. Anyway, also, see, this is planetary essence. Folks, they belong, they need a planet for a body. Everything within your body comes from the planet. They hold on to that like you're their planet, even though they know it's going to die and they're going to lose their planet. Folks, that's torture for them. That's torture for them. Everything got abused. Everything. It's sad. I understand how it all started and why, but when the original first being kept getting worse about it, then they're dead. Everything else that wants to maintain that, They're either dead or about to be, and over 92, 98%, depends on how you want to look at it. It's all dead. I mean dead, gone. Not coming back ever. If you have a regime that's abusive in a country and they're going after people and killing them, abusing them, shooting them in the street, all kinds of stupid stuff, you got to take out that cancer. You got to cut it out, and you have to destroy it. Excuse me. Anyway, so sick of that stuff. Anyway, so you have this other spirit that's been given a planetary type body and then pulled out. In, out, in, out. I mean, that's enough to build up all kinds of abuse frequencies within it, to make them all sick. Excuse me. So, that's too much. Okay, and that's wrong. They go through lives too. They're spirits, sentient energy. They go through lives with you. I was just talking about part of the planetary spirit that was Gandhi. It stays with me. I'm source, and I'm strong source. So I start bonding with it. I can't separate it. I've made separate parts, 3 separate parts of myself to help me separate, excuse me, from the physical body, from the spirit. When I separate from the body, to separate myself from the other spirit, and I can't. So a lot of it just goes with me. Sometimes that'll get in the way in your life, and it makes it more complicated. But it does help you understand to a greater depth what's going on, and that's part of my job, is to tell you what I know, and then you do whatever you want with it. If nothing, great. If you really want to wake up, that's why I have a lot of information for you that'll help. Whatever you want to do, it's my job to deliver it. That's all, to offer it. It's not even delivered. So you have spirit from the body, spirit that came from the planet, that's in your body, that's gone through hell. And every time your body's getting ready to die, guess what? That spirit that came from the planet, that planetary essence, that piece of planetary essence within your body, a separate spirit. That's been a separate spirit for a long time, having lives with other spirits. It's been fighting with the other spirit in the body. It's had its home, its personal body ripped away from it. When its natural desire is to really hold on to it. Why do so many of us, most of us, have strong separation anxiety when we're getting ready to die? Gee, I wonder why. So it has past life issues, folks. Okay? It has memories. It's alive. It's a person. Everything that lives to me is a person. Plant essence, person. Anyway, so you can have things happen. You can have issues that come from that spirit too, especially how it attaches to the body. Good boy, Herky, honey. Good boy, honey. Did you want to go out in the hall? You okay? Good boy, honey. I'll be down in a minute. Okay, so sometimes you pick up past life stuff and you have a feeling, a gut feeling, or a feeling in your heart, whatever, that it's just, I have this anxiety somehow, but it doesn't really belong to me. And if you're already awake and you feel it doesn't belong to you, then you're really picking up, chances are, again, well over 90%, that you're picking up something from your body's, your planetary essence, spirit's past life. So there's still something else to cover, but once you take all this information, then it's gonna. The first thing is you're gonna say, "Wow, this is thanks, Jay. Now it's more confusing than it's ever been." Momentarily, yes. Will it stay that way? No. You're gonna come out understanding more about yourself than you ever have before. And when you understand more about yourself than you ever have before, you're also understanding more about other people than you have before. As more people awaken, their abilities awaken, and the more you understand, the more you can see, the more you trust yourself about what you feel, the more we start coming together as a family, as creation. Okay, Herky, you come over here, buddy? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Good boy. Lay down. Good boy, honey. You fix your bed the way you want it. I got a nice blanket in there for you. Good boy. Good, Herky, honey. Good boy. So, animals have past lives too. They have the same past life issues. Sometimes when they're asleep and they're relaxing and they're kicking, if it's too cold for them, that can produce that a little bit more. But at the same time, they have past life issues, and they have a dual spirit core too. So, folks, there's a lot going on with your past lives. Okay. Now, there's another. No, that's two forms of sentient spirit with past lives that is in and out of your brain. Okay. And remember that barrier having been mostly removed, and a lot more in some than others, depending on what was right for you in this life. The more that's been removed, the more the information moves from the left side of your brain, which is the earthen spirit, planetary essence, and your visiting spirit that's on the right hand side. Okay, so there's more flow. It helps you wake up metaphysically, but it also opens up other doors. You start talking with that planetary essence a little bit. So you can work together better, but you're going to pick up some of that past life stuff too. Just relax. And people, don't worry, just relax and feel it and flow into it and see what you get. And don't worry about being wrong. Everyone's been told, how many fingers do I have behind my back? If you don't know, you are not a true psychic. And I command so. You're not like God. And people say that stuff, laugh at them and walk away. I said, man, you know what? You know what your problem is? Oxygen deprivation. Your head's so far up your butt you can't even get any air. And I just laugh and walk away. If there's someone that doesn't know something and there's hope for them, I'll say something different. But other than that, I just look at them and just like, whatever. They want to intimidate you, and I just look at them. I said, man, you're like flatulence to a tornado. You're nothing. So anyway, I know I'm a little rude and aggressive sometimes. I don't care. If you understood what's really been going on in my life, you'd understand that. Anyway, so now there's another form of past life issue, but it's a reactionary thing. Okay? There's a certain amount of memory, actually a pretty good bit, in everyone's DNA. Okay? The little teeny building blocks that make your body. The military's done this, the government's done this, individual scientific groups and stuff have tested this stuff out. You can take some DNA out of someone, even a sample out of the inside of the mouth, and put it in a container, put it in 5 containers, put it in different rooms, even in another country, across the ocean, and you synchronize the exact time, and the main person where the DNA is, where the DNA came from, if that person all of a sudden feels shock, You can see his DNA react right next to him, okay? And then the other containers that have DNA in them, it's going to react the exact same way at the exact same time. There's no lapse in time the way we were capable of recording time. Is there a lapse? It's yes. Is it so small we have no way to measure it? Yes. How the hell does that happen? That's fast. That's DNA connected with itself, okay? It's still part of that same energy. Thank you. Oh, I'm getting hammered now. Screw you. It's part of my own energy telling me to hurry up. Anyway, so the thing is, thanks for interrupting. Made it longer. What happens is I've told you, a lot of you, your energy is so big, it's a lot bigger than, the U.S., okay? Put you in the middle of the U.S., you're touching both oceans. I've also told you that when you go to astral project somewhere, go to see something, remote viewing, as soon as you energize your body, your mind, your own energy field within your body, pineal, scanner, whatever, heart, you go out to do it, the field energizes and boom, takes you there. It just happens, boom, boom, boom. It's part of the job of the field to give you the means to do this. It's a very strong support mechanism, but a lot more than that. So anyway, so that's how it's pretty much instantaneous. I mean, as far as any way we have to measure, it's instantaneous. The amount of lag there cannot be measured, but there is one. Just to let you know. So anyway, that's why it's reacting the same way. If it's stress, it'll bend this way, that way. It like curls up. It reacts exactly the same, as long as it's still alive. Okay. So anyway, the DNA has a long lifespan too. So the DNA has memory built into it. It remembers. Spirit remembers past lives. It's a reactionary type of memory. When animals, they see something, they can immediately react to it. That's because all the bodies previous to it have had that issue. A lot of them have a strong reaction against man, except those that have been domesticated, quote unquote, what a nice term, for so many generations. Remember that, they'll have sometimes 7 lives to our 1. So they develop this quickly. So anyway, it's most of animals, when they see man, they're like, "Ooh, danger, watch out." That comes from experience. Another sad thing. Anyway, see, creation screwed up. It was made to be this way. We're the ones that are going to change it, okay? Big stuff, like I've always said, don't worry about that. That's going to be taken care of for you. But there's a big job out here with each other, face-to-face, our personal, physical community. There's a lot of people that'll be here working on that. You and some others. So anyway, it's a reactionary situation, but it still exists. It's something that's encoded into everyone's DNA. So you have reactions to stuff in your life that come from past lives, and then you have memories of past lives from the two different spirits within your energy, within your body, okay, embedded in your energy core, your kundalini. So that's where past lives come from, past life issues. And the reactionary ones, that's kind of like, you'll just jump or, boom, boom, have something real quick, and then just stop, just relax, and just see how you feel about it. Use your heart, your gut, whatever. You can try to see what your pineal. The heart might be the strongest thing here, but, it doesn't matter. It all depends on, excuse me, it all depends on your core orientation. The which energy field within your body is the strongest. The core is always the strongest, but it's what energy, separate energy field. That is the next strongest issue. That's your core orientation. Not issue, predominant energy, power level, heart, solar plexus, and we say pineal. It's the head, but it's pineal. Well, that's why there's a lot to look at it. Don't let that be overwhelming. Take your time and just, you eat a meal one bite at a time. You learn math, one basic mathematical function at a time. Starts with simple arithmetic and subtraction, and it goes into logarithms, and you can go into physics, blah, blah, blah. So that's where it comes from. As you keep awakening and getting stronger, you're going to develop these abilities. And folks, it's already in you, your ability to see this stuff, feel it, to understand it, to separate it, to see it individually. That's part of you. It's a natural part of you. Just relax, go inside yourself, let it go, let yourself out. This body's dying. It's obvious to many people, but to no one else more than myself and my doctors. I'm very well aware of what's happening in my body, but I'm also aware of what's going on out of my body. Folks, I have moments I can't hardly walk, and I don't even want to go out anymore, because when I do, it's like being a deadbeat. I mean, I'm just there. It's nice to see folks, but it's when you really can't enjoy it, it's just every once in a while I just need to get away for a second. But as tired and sick as I am, I'm stronger than I've ever been. It's hard for me to be consciously active, but it's easy for me to do the energy work. And while I'm doing a consult, my energy cranks right up. So I keep going, but I'm not like a puppet, but I'm being cranked up so I can do the job. Kind of helps me enjoy the consults. But I'm aware that being outside of the body, I'm a lot stronger than when I'm in the body, because the bodies slow us down. So as you relax and open up, flow within to flow out, been saying that for years, that is how you power up. You can power up your body and move energy through your body. That's powering up. But you have to relax in order to let yourself loose. So you can build up a lot of energy inside your body, folks, but the real power is flowing right outside of your body. It's building up the affirmations within your mind to move the energy through your body. Remember, everyone's got a huge filter on the top of their crown, and that's where the rest of your energy, it emanates through your skin and everything, comes out of your body everywhere, but the big part of you is coming out your crown. That goes through that filter, so the big part of you outside of your body does not get any of those emotions and start going nuts. Otherwise, it'd really be crazy. Then the heart puts out a magnetic field from it that goes out everywhere, right from the heart, just comes out. Your body's more intricate than you think. So, anyway, folks, don't let the fact that that's confusing hinder you from moving forward with it. Okay? The stronger you are, the better your life is, the easier your life is, and the more we can help others. Those of you that listen to me, almost all of you, are anxious to help others. We're talking for a reason. I'm doing the best I can to give you everything I can while in body. when I'm out, I can just talk to y'all. It's, it's easy. Don't forget who you are, what you are. Your sentient spirit shoved with your as much of your primary focal point of your spirit shoved inside a body. It's like putting trying to put an elephant's head in a thimble. Okay, you're much more than you've ever thought you are. You're much more than anyone's ever let you think you are. And you've been controlled very hard. Free will, that's the biggest joke in the world. But now, you have more free will right now than you've ever had in any of your lives. And when having that, and then no constant control yet on the other side, controlling lives, that's brought you chaos. It's brought you ISIS, among other things. ISIS is the biggest control joke there is. It's like the world's a theater, and people are getting killed. They'll stage stuff for fear. They do go out and kill people. These mercenaries get paid cash. I've said before, 10% of the large something going on with the Drachk. 10% of the money that comes through large transactions actually goes to the Anunnaki. They don't have any need for money, not personally. But they use it for? It's another form of controlling other people. They build your society and then they turn it against you. Part of control, I guess. Anyway, they're going down. The Drachk have entered a new phase of their operations here. Oh yeah. It's something really sad. I believe it was 9/11. We already know the sadness of 9/11 here in the States. But there was a ship that was trying to leave. It's on YouTube. Look up. It says meteor, UFO / meteor in Europe. It's a UFO / meteor falls in Europe or something. It's done on a phone. You can see look like a pink roof of a house, and then you see out of nowhere, all of a sudden, something boom comes in, and it's on fire, and then a meteor does a 180. That's a UFO / meteor turns 180 degrees in Europe or something like that. That was a ship that at that time had almost no one left on it. They were trying to escape, going subdimensionally, and I said, the Drachk put up a barrier you can't get through. Okay? You can't get through there. And they tried. And they didn't get to the barrier, but I'm saying the Drachk have put up a no pass zone. You can't get through unless they let you through. The Drachk and the Antids. The Drachk did it, and the Antids helped implement it. And they're saving prisoners. They're freeing some of the prisoners on the planet. Folks, you will see this in person, in live. Just not quite yet. You will see it. But the ship was made literally to come through and crash where it's least populated. I mean, that was set into it. It's like automatic controls. Almost everyone was off the ship. But there's a group, not the Drachk, not the Antids. There's another group of folks that, of course, are, helping them out. And they tried to get the folks to stop, and they did, and they made a run for it, and they were not just blown away, taken out, but they were, hit hard. So most all the people that were on that ship are safe, and you know, they're in a little trouble, whatever, but they're safe. And it's sad. As soon as I saw that, I said, and look at all the governments going crazy, scurrying over there. Folks, it comes out of nowhere because it was interdimensional. And when you first see it come in, part of the ship already fell off. As soon as it went interdimensional and came in there, part of the ship, from being damaged, already broke right off. You could see the flash, and then it went, there was a small, soft explosion, like in, there was like a ball, and then it goes poof, like a line. That was a piece that broke off and exploded. Okay, that's part of the drive mechanism. But when it did, it went flatline. It was just coming out of interdimensional. It's, you know, subdimensional, actually. So, you're going to see more of that. It's sad, but what's been done to us and so many prisoners here on this planet, actually being born and dying as a slave in captivity. Gee, we've never heard about that here, have we? Still being done. That stuff's going to stop. That's enough of this crap. Who does it doesn't matter. That it gets done is paramount. And I'm telling you, it's going to be done for you. But there's a whole lot to do to recuperate from all the lives we've had. Not just this one, but all the lives all of us have had. The abuse. It takes a long time to get through. Remember, even the DNA remembers that. Folks, love you. Sorry to end on a sad note. Things are what they are. We deal with what's in front of us. We do the best we can dealing with it, and if we can do better later, because we've learned more, good. It's called progress. It doesn't mean you made a mistake. It means you progressed. There's a difference. If you get stuck making the same mistake, 3-4 times, then there's an issue. Other than that, you just keep going. Those of you that, have been programmed so much, which is most of us, the vast amount of most of us, to think we can't do something, we suck, blah, blah, blah. A lot of that stuff is programmed into us and was forced into us right through the hypothalamus, going through all the crowns, because they were made to do it, the original first angels. They were servants. They didn't know better. They never had a life. They've made bodies to walk around, but never had a life in a body or anything. It's going to take a while to heal. There's already change happening, folks. A lot more than you can see, but you're going to see it. You're going to see Anunnaki walk on this planet. You're going to see them swim in the ocean. You're going to see starships fighting in the air. And then it won't be too big a horrific thing. The Earth is not in trouble. It's been in trouble, but it's not in trouble of blowing up or being blown up. Things are going to settle down. But first, there has to be some activity to bring about that end. Folks, love you. Have a good one.